How was Marvel's Savior the best Marvel movie to come out? How was it? Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? What is going on? I just got out the theaters after watching Fantastic Four First Steps, and let me give you my review on this movie. And disclaimer, this is my opinion. If you love this movie, that's great. If you think this movie is awesome, great. If you think this is the greatest Marvel movie ever made, great. I'm gonna give you my review on this. So let me give you a brief introduction of how I got introduced to the comic books of the Fantastic Four as a kid. My uncle pretty much went away to college. He left a whole box full of comics, and majority of those comics was the Fantastic Four and a little bit of Spider-Man. So that's how I got introduced to the Fantastic Four as a kid, as a 7-year-old. So I read a lot of comic books as a kid with Fantastic Four. So let's get into this movie review. So I was hyped for the movie because Galactus was in this shit. I was hyped that Marvel Studios was making their first Fantastic Four movie, so I thought this shit was gonna be dope. But I must say, this movie, I didn't think it was good. I didn't think this movie was dog shit. I think if you want to go out to the theaters with your family, with your kids to watch this will be a good movie for them to watch. Maybe the kids might love this movie, but to a comic book reader, to anybody who's fans of any animation adaptation of the Fantastic Four, they may be a little bit disappointed. And let me go into it. This might be a little spoilery. Let me get into it, right? So the movie starts out great. They didn't do an origin story of the Fantastic Four. They just did a brief origin of them, how they got started. They're 4 years into being the Fantastic Four. Like how they did that. I like how they added Mole Man into that. And they have a little Easter egg of the first official Fantastic Four comic cover art in the movie, which is cool. So I'm thinking this movie's gonna be great. And it seemed like the whole movie was overshadowed by Sue Storm. She got some of the best parts, some of the best lines. This movie was a Sue Storm movie. They should call this movie The Fantastic Woman or Women, because obviously the Silver Surfer, which I didn't like, was a female. And instead of it being Norrin Radd, it was Shala Bal. And they mentioned nothing of Norrin Radd in this movie, which was crazy. So let's get into the thing. I felt a little underwhelming, man. Like, he didn't mention Yancey Street. He didn't like saying clobbering time. He didn't really demonstrate that much strength outside of picking up a car and maybe knocking some shit down, but he didn't demonstrate nothing. Human Torch was a Human Torch. He was doing his thing. He was a hothead. Mr. Fantastic was, he was there. Mr. Fantastic was cruel. He was alright. He stretched a few times in the movie, but it seemed like the majority of this movie was Sue Storm. She was doing all her powers and all this shit. And the other Fantastic Four guys didn't get any love. It's crazy, but Galactus was badass. He was badass. I got a lot of voice. Everything was cool. Animation in this movie was dope. But when he got to Earth, man. When he got to Earth, I thought, it was going to be a problem. I thought they couldn't stop him. In the comics, this guy's unstoppable. Nobody can go toe-to-toe with this guy in the comics. And watching the other Marvel movies, it seemed like every time they had a big bad, they got talked down. Like the Hulk got talked down. The Sentry got talked down. These guys are unstoppable people. So I'm thinking there's no way you can talk down Galactus. They didn't talk him down, but some bullshit happened. Some real bullshit. Spoiler alert. Sue Storm went toe-to-toe with Galactus and won. And pretty much the Silver Surfer finished the final blow. So this movie wasn't a Fantastic Four movie. This movie was a Fantastic Woman movie. Because the women were dominating, like the men were just weaklings in the background. Useless. Weaklings in the background. So, like I said, I'm a fan of Marvel. I'm a fan of the comics. And having Galactus getting beat toe-to-toe by one person, this cosmic entity getting beat by one person, Yeah, it wasn't cool, man. It wasn't cool. Like I said, if you love this movie, it's cool. The visuals, the CGI in this movie is great, top notch for Marvel. I see where they put their budget at, but the writing was trash, bro. I mean, you could have used Galactus in a major fucking. You just dropped the ball, Galactus. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Marvel dropped the ball, Galactus, and I feel that Marvel has reached its course. I think the best of Marvel is behind them at this point in time. Like, I don't look forward to watching another Marvel movie. Movie, to me, is a Disney Plus exclusive. If you're a Marvel fan, if you're a fan of the video games, if you're a fan of the cartoons, if you're a fan of any type of Fantastic Four stuff, yo, you need to wait for Disney Plus. You might like this movie. This movie might be your thing, but having Galactus getting beat toe to toe by a woman, which is no surprise now because that's where Marvel is going. The women are the alpha in the universe, and the men are just the dudes in the background following their lead. So that's my review. The movie was not good. If you like my content, rate, comment, subscribe. Take it easy. Later.